healing process na today danes imamo pa healing process ne. So you are here and you are daily bombarded with beliefs, thoughts, agendas, and structures, and you believe that about yourself, that you are all this. It's a lie. You see, it's simple like that. It's a fucking lie. No one can tell you how you should be or how you should act. If you act from your heart, that's the main purpose. If you act from the mind, then you are submissive to this thoughts, agendas, structures. So you are basically manipulated into doing things that you do not want to do. And if you act from the heart, if you act from your heart desire, then, then all this shit doesn't have any effect. No effect. No effect. No effectario. No effect. Yeah? Good? And when you set the boundary, when you shield yourself, yeah? When you shield yourself, when you say, no more, I am not this, I'm not the role, I am not your agenda, I am not your structure, I am not what you told me, what I've learned throughout this process called life, by parents, by society, and so on. You are then setting a boundary. You are setting the boundary to all those who are bombarding you. So I've told this yesterday, that you are bombarded with invisible parasitic entity. And when you set the boundary, all this shit that you believed about yourself just falls off. They have no effect over you when you start setting the boundaries. When you say no. When you say no more, I will not tolerate your bullshit. I will not tolerate your behavior. I will not tolerate your lies. Then you set a strong boundary to those who are bombarding you daily with lies. When you set the boundary, you release an energy out of your system. It's called release. You release bullshit. In order to become an aligned human with God's consciousness, let's say that this is a God's consciousness. When you want to become aligned human, you have to act from your heart desires. Only from acting from heart desires, you become an aligned human. And the process, the healing process, when you start setting up boundaries, then no manipulation tactics can be used over you. You cannot be manipulated. You cannot be contained, because the spirit in you is not bound to the conditions of your limited mind. This is, let's say, this is a mental body. This is a mental state. So everything you believe, this rises, and you have to negate that. You have to just you have to allow this beliefs about yourself to deconstruct. You have to deconstruct everything you believe about yourself. It's not the truth, it's the lie. So only by that you can act from your heart desires. If you do not question everything, you are acting from the beliefs and structures and lies that you have been told. Only an aligned person can be in alignment with God's consciousness. If he acts from his heart. So in order to heal, you have to ask yourself, what are my heart desires? What I am here to do? What brings me joy? So the joy is the how do you say that in English? It's a precursor to feel good emotions. So joy brings feel good emotions, right? If you do things if you enjoy things that are making you feel good, that will accelerate the joy. And if you accelerate the joy, then you are operating from a frequency that is acting from the heart desire, and you are operating on a frequency that is closer to God's consciousness. You see, you have to act from your desires that are in alignment with your truth. Many people have desires that are not aligned with the truth. Yes? You believe something about yourself, it's a belief, and you think that this is who you are, and you act from it, and you act action, and you act from it. But this pleasure that you chose doesn't bring you satisfaction. It doesn't bring you fulfillment. No fulfillment. Yes? No fulfillment. No joy. No. A lot of money. Good job. A lot of money. Good woman. But no fulfillment. It's not who you are. Because you are acting from some structure that is not the truth. You see? The true heart desire makes you feel aligned with God. Makes you feel aligned with God. Yes. True heart desire. Heart. Just notice this, that in the word heart is another word, art. So when you do artistic things, when you focus on the things you want to do. That makes you feel good. That makes you feel good. That will accelerate joy, and you will be in true alignment with God's consciousness. Let's say this is God's consciousness. Yes. So, what does it make me feel good? I feel good when I speak. For example, when I speak, because I was silenced for so long that when I speak, when I truly speak how I feel, then I am more closer to God. And doing things that makes me feel good are choosing myself. Choosing myself. Doing things that I want to do. Art, for example, making videos, gardening, going on a walk, choosing myself. I'm choosing myself. I'm doing all these things that makes me feel good. I want, for example, I want to meditate. It makes me more connected to Source. I already know that I am a part of Source consciousness. I know that I am. And this just deepens my connection with God. That's why I sit down. I sit down and connect with God. You are connected throughout the day, but this really deepens your connection. So choosing myself is a very important thing to do. Being in alignment means that you are not negating the truth of who you are. You do things that are truly you. You don't do things from an ego perspective, from false self. False self wants to be a certain way. You have to be a certain way. You have to be a certain way. I have to be. Study so I can be a good scholar, right? So I can become this and this way, so I can get a job, right? So you study so you can get a job, so you can be some kind of an executive, all right? I don't know if this is written right, but anyway. So you are following path that is not yours. It's a path not yours. So in order to follow the path that is in alignment, path of alignment. Yeah, okay, this is here. I'm sorry. Path of alignment. You have to sit down in order to find out what is your heart desire, who you truly are. If you do not sit down, you operate from false self. Yeah? Yes. So I figured out that I was studying I have 2 faculties one is finished and the other one is, I'm missing some exams, but it doesn't matter. I'm not fulfilled. No fulfillment. Fulfillment. Just stress and worry. Stress, worry. Because it's never enough to be this way. It's never enough. You finish this and you are not enough to the society. You are not enough to your family. You are not enough to financial structures in countries, because you do not have enough to pay everything. It's stressful life. We do not want that. No fulfillment. No fulfillment, no path. We're not taking the path of no fulfillment. So we are choosing, some could say, a harder path. Well, it's not a harder path, it's a path of least resistance. But people do not know that. It's path of least resistance. The problem becomes if you resist to choose this path and you are not in charge. The Spirit is in charge. Spirit is in charge. Yeah? Good? Verstehst du? Spirit is in charge. You cannot you cannot follow this path out of the role that you are playing. You have to strip down the conditioning. So you have to strip down, you have to take off everything that we have been taught. Strip off, yes, strip off the mind, so you can follow this path, so you can basically be realigned on the path of least resistance, so you can be in alignment with God's consciousness. Yes. So, least resistance, and then you have some structures, right? You live in a society where you are pushed to be a certain way, and it's hard for those individuals to strip off the conditioning of their mind, especially if they're indoctrinated by church or indoctrinated by government or whatever. It's hard. You have to be very courageous and very brave to walk this path. It's not for the faint-hearted. Because you will be prosecuted. You can be prosecuted along the way if you choose this path of not being a certain way. You will be prosecuted. You know, there's a prosecution. There's a prosecution somewhere in the air. And you can be completely out of alignment if this is happening to you. It's a state of mind. State of mind. My God, I'm really not writing beautifully, but we do not care. State of mind. This is really not written state of mind, but okay. It's a state of mind, this prosecution. It's a constructed in a way that you feel prosecuted, whatever is happening to you. It's a state of consciousness. That's why you feel all the time guilty. It's not your consciousness. It doesn't belong to you, guilt consciousness. They are pressuring you with guilt consciousness. You feel that way. You feel guilty because you do not belong. You do not play by their book. You do not play their way. So this guilt consciousness is pressuring you to become out of alignment. You feel guilty for everything that you are, who you are, and so on. It's not you, it's prosecution. It belongs to maternal line. Maternal line of your grandmother. Yes, maternal line. And you carry this baggage along the way. You carry the baggage. Yeah? You carry the baggage that do not belong to you. So you have to see through the lens of you have to see through the lens that this falls off. You have to see through the lens of prosecution in order to see the mirroring. Yes. It's a mirror game, basically. Everything that is showing up in your life, it's a game. It mirrors your unconscious state of mind. It's the mirroring. Until you do not see through this lens that everything is a game, you will be bombarded all the time. This imprint from maternal line, that you are not enough. Basically, this prosecution that you are going your way is basically bombarding you. They are bombarding you that you are not enough. And if you believe that way, then you have no fucking chance that you are not enough. So you have to dismantle the belief and the structures and the mind. And you have to stop mirroring your unconscious. That's why boundaries are important. So in order to start heal, you have to act from your heart desires. Because those people who you were living with believe that you can be easily manipulated. You can be easily guided. And if you're doing things that they want you to do. So in order to stand up, you have to act from your heart desire. You have to set the truth. Set the record straight. Straight, yes. You have to speak. Speak out. Whatever you are telling me that I am, it's a lie. You do not feel attacked, you do not see this this attacks that you are having, you see the attack that is coming to you, but you see through the lens, and you see it's a game, and you do not act. Do not act. Do not react. I'm sorry. Do not react. Do not react to their provocations. Do not react. So this is how you heal, by dismantling their lie. Yes, it's 26 minutes already. Because I speak slow, it's not my maternal language, English. So I'm trying my best, and we do not rush things, right? Yes. So, I hope you have a great day. It's a sunny outside here in Slovenia. If you see, oh, it's beautiful. Huh? You see? Calmness and the peace we have. So, yes, because we set some boundaries. But I don't know for how long. Maybe we will be attacked again. We do not know, but we will set another boundary. Or we will find another way to be in this world. But we will not tolerate bullshit anymore. No toleration of the bullshit. I should write this. No toleration. Well, we don't have a tinta. What do you say? Do not tolerate. No toleration. Toleration. No toleration of bullshit. Yeah. So it's hard to manipulate this person that acts from his heart if he doesn't tolerate bullshit. It's no go. It doesn't come. Doesn't go their way. So yes, we need to set the boundaries. They never taught us how to set boundaries, so they can walk over us. I mean, energetically. Yeah? We have to seal this field of ours, and we can speak. We can speak into light. We speak. We say, I am in alignment with God. I am in charge of my desires. I speak my heart desire. I allow myself to speak. I allow myself to walk the path of alignment. I am one with God. I no longer tolerate my belief that I'm not worthy, that I'm not enough. I dismantle this structure with the truth. I give up on the versions of myself that are limited to God's way. God doesn't want me to be a certain way. God loves me. I am the extension of God. I am. I am. I am. And so it is. We are now aligned with the words we speak. Whatever we speak has power. It's very important to speak the words of love. If you speak the words of hate, it becomes you. It becomes who you are. That's why it's very important to speak the words of love. No one has power over you. You are the magician. You are your sovereignty. If you speak from your heart, if you speak the words of hate, you are compromised by consciousness that it's not you. You speak love. I am enough. No one can disempower me. No one can influence me. With their ill tactics. It's a game they play to keep you stuck in lower states of mind. It's a game. When you see through the game, they cannot influence you. If you know who you are. That's why, if you know who you are, no burden, no baggage can push you down. No baggage can push you to the limit. You are unlimited. Power. When they attack you, you believe that some power was taken away. You see? The dispersion of power. The power is here. No one can take that power away from you. There is no dispersion. You believe that the power was taken away by some situation. But it is not the truth. No truth. It's not the truth. You believe that you are powerless, but you are not. You believe that you are a victim of this baggage. This prosecution. Because they can attack you however they want, but if you stay in your power, no one can push you out of balance, out of alignment with God. That's why we stay in power. We stay in our truth. We stay in alignment. We do not allow them to push us around. We stay in power, in love, in frequency that cannot be overpowered by some entities that we spoke yesterday about, parasitic entities. Yeah? The invisible force that is pushing us to change the frequency of our hearts. So we can be overpowered by the invisible forces. We do not give them the power. They are feeding off of this. We stay in our truth. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Great. So this is it for today. I will continue my day probably with drawings. And we are staying in our truths throughout the day. I wish you a very createful day. I want you to create something today out of heart. Do something. Sit with yourself and follow your good feel emotions, the joy. That's the only way we can get out of the frequencies that are not who we are. And so it is. Okay, bye-bye for today.